Yeah. So, I mean, I actually like to think about the shadow as being a place within me, kind of like a cave, where I am essentially placing the parts of myself I am rejecting, denying, and repressing. And these are the parts of ourselves that we would that we don't want to be and don't think we are, as well as the parts of ourselves we would like to be and think we're not. So the first thing I want to really establish here is that we all have a shadow, every single human, and the shadow is not bad. The shadow doesn't need to be feared because really the shadow just consists of all the parts of ourselves that we reject as we are learning how to package ourselves to be palatable and digestible to others, which is what we do, especially when we're under the age of 10. We start learning uh, we start receiving messages around what's okay to be and what's not okay to be, what's going to bring us praise, what's going to bring us punishment. And we start crafting this persona. And as we craft this persona, we are rejecting parts of ourselves. And so to me, the shadow really holds untapped power that is just waiting for us to harness it. And so when we go doing that shadow work, which essentially is just working with these parts of ourselves we've denied, when we do this shadow work, we are able to then reclaim and own and integrate these parts of ourselves, which ultimately returns us to our wholeness.
And I think it's so important that people recognize that there is no light without shade. Like everything,
Right.
and every single person has a shadow. I think that's so important.
Yes.
And also,
Yes.
like this idea of opening this trunk, like it is a treasure trove. Because if you were a child and you were not allowed to dance because you had a parent who, kept telling you that you were too noisy and it was too much and you weren't allowed to sing and that you actually have a singer inside you, right? That's just yearning, or just this creative, that's a metaphor, one example of the things that can get trapped and stuck in the shadow, the things that are literally cut off from ourselves, and we remove them, but they have to go somewhere, and they go into this place.
Yeah. And when we reject a part of ourselves, we project it out onto someone else.
That's the big piece, right?
It is the big piece. And so the easiest way to discover the aspects of ourselves we've relegated to the shadow are to look at the people who we feel most triggered by. And so the people we feel most triggered by are going to hold up a mirror for us to see the parts of ourselves that we don't want to be and don't think we are. So qualities like needy, greedy, lazy, irresponsible, mean. And then we also do the same thing with the qualities that we would like to be and think we're not. We project those out onto the people who we admire and who we feel enthralled by, inspired by. So these are the qualities like brilliant, sensual, generous, vulnerable, creative, courageous. And so we get to see parts of ourselves in others.
Mm.
And when we are activated by it, either from the place of being triggered or being envious, jealous, we then get to realize, oh, this is a part of me I've disowned. And they're holding up a mirror to me so I can see it and own it and integrate it, claim it, and draw upon it to support me and serve me moving forward.